Opposite to me responds to us in the newspapers. We also go to the newspapers. It was a media fight. And when it is a media fight, everyone wants to win. We wanted to win, they wanted to win, so it wasn't a good thing. And we are happy that you invited us to come here. We are grateful for that invitation. But allow me, Mr. President, to be very, very candid on the reason why we are here. We wanted to be here for a celebration and not what we are here for. The people of Zambia, I'm very sure, would have loved us to come here to bring thanks and gratitude for your delivery on the promises that we as people of Zambia expected. But we are here to discuss the amendment of the Constitution, which is supposed to be a very straightforward issue. Much as we are saying that the amendment of the Constitution brings issues, but I think if process and content is followed from the word go, I don't think any of the citizens of Zambia would have reason to raise questions, especially us as women, because there were issues, or there are issues in the Bill 7 that pertain to inclusion in the Constitution, in the amendment. But for us to come back to you and sit in this manner, or go to the media, go to the public and speak in the manner that we are speaking, Mr. President, there is something that is not adding up, and we thought we could just have it corrected before we can proceed. There is something that needs to be corrected. Process of the Constitution amendment must be a process of the Constitution amendment, and that is what has worried us. There are a number of issues, Mr. President, maybe that we could have wanted to be discussing here, especially that if you talk about the previous regime or successive governments, there are a number of issues that you and us went together into the dungeons. And if there were people that were in the dungeons deeper than all of us, I think it's you, because you experienced everything. Hence, the reason why you are here. We wanted to vote for a president who has experienced, who has cried with us, who has known what the people of Zambia wants, so that when you are here, you will remember that that time we were here, this is what we wanted, let me give to them. This time we were here, this is what we wanted, let me give it to them. So we were actually happy to see you here, because we were very sure that most of the things that we cried for, because we were crying together, were going to be very straightforward, and not a situation where we come and sit and plead, or we come and sit and cry, or we even intend to go to the streets. I will not say a lot of things here, Mr. President, but I will indicate that we are here to discuss the Constitution amendment, and we have expectations. Our expectations, Mr. President, are that one, we expect that Bill 7 is completely withdrawn from the floor of the House, and two, we expect a fresh process supported by legal safeguards to be commenced, and thirdly, we expect that such new process be inclusive and not rushed, and it should be holistic. And when we talk about it being holistic, Mr. President, like I said earlier, we don't expect you not to know that what is important mainly here in Zambia is to open up the Bill of Rights, because that is where me and the next person are sitting. I think we will appreciate if we go by that process. I thank you. And we have expectations. Our expectations, Mr. President, are that one, we expect that Bill 7 is completely withdrawn from the floor of the House. And two, we expect a fresh process supported by legal safeguards to be commenced. And thirdly, we expect that such new process be inclusive and not rushed, and it should be holistic. And when we talk about it being holistic, Mr. President, like I said earlier, we don't expect you not to know that what is important mainly here in Zambia is to open up the Bill of Rights, because that is where me and the next person are sitting. I think we will appreciate if we go by that process. I thank you.
That you are condemning. You are the one who was praising them. The last time they were marching against Bill 10, under that same umbrella of the Oasis Forum. You yourself. Chiwamina Garu, Kuluma Mbuzi. But when it flips and then reality comes to dawn on you, you want to flip the coin and become a victim. We'll have a pause. You're not a victim. Well, and when we tell you in the strongest terms. We're just correcting you. Who tells you that the president cannot be corrected? You think because you're a president you're infallible. You think because you're a president you can't be corrected. You think because you're the president you've got the monopoly of wisdom. Who the hell told you that? You're not a victim. It is the process and the manner in which you have started this process. The legitimacy of the process is wrong. Okay? All these amendments you've talked about here, the presidents used the correct procedure. Kaunda, correct procedure. Chiluba, correct procedure. Andasata and ECL, correct procedure. That is how the amendments came through. Commissions were set up. This technical committee you set up, is not legit, especially for the kind of undertakings you want to take. Vamba, meet me. I have here the actual bill, and I hope the Zambians can see it. This is Bill 7. Okay? What are the intentions of Bill 7? When you read this bill, the objects of the bill, for instance, A, to revise the composition of the National Assembly to provide for the increase in the number of constituency-based seats from 156 to 211 to actualize the delimitation report by the Electoral Commission. Have you released the Electoral Commission delimitation report to attach to this bill so that people can see what you actually intend as a government to delimitate? Have you done that? So we haven't seen the delimitation report. How do you want us to support this? How do you want us to support this? Where are the constituencies which are being delimited? How do we know which constituencies? Number 2, B, revise the electoral system for election to the National Assembly to provide for a mixed member proportional representation electoral system to guarantee representation of women, youths, and persons with disabilities. Who told you that this is democracy? Who told you this is democracy? What if we don't find the 20 women you want to appoint? You're going to force them to go to parliament? If we don't find the youths who want to go to parliament, you're going to force them? What if we don't find the disabled people? You'll be hunting for them until you find the numbers and force them to go to parliament? When you bring up such issues, it raises suspicion, because the Zambians now want to see what is the... And I pick two, because I just want to give an example. Ill thought through this thing has been on your part. But also, your government, the UPND government, has been running on supplementary budgets, that you know. Almost each year, the Minister of Finance runs on supplementary budgets. You have been claiming to have employed 30,000 health workers or teachers, whichever the case. Some of these kids the teachers, the nurses, the doctors, they are working for 1 year or 2 years as interns without being. And you want to increase the jobs of politicians to 211 from 156. What is your budget line? Let's be serious. Now, what is your budget line? You want to be paying politicians. You don't want to be paying technocrats who are giving a good service for the people. Whenever you want to change something and you want to cure a mischief, provide a reason. For instance, what is it that the 156 members of parliament have failed to do, which will require 211 members of parliament? What's the mischief here? What are you trying to cure? What is the budget line of the members of parliament? Let's think economically. You're an economist. So let's think economically. How much money do MPs get? And how much gratuity do they get, mid-term gratuity or final gratuity at the end of their term? All this is going to impact on our economy. Our poor resources must not be going to pay politicians just because you want votes. It is wrong. So when we oppose this, it is not because we hate you. It is the warped thinking that is involved in this thing that we are condemning. And you as an individual, it is your thinking. And don't bring in the element of tribe. Like I said, we've got Tonga friends. People have married across boards. Easterners have got marriages with the Tonga women. Tonga women have been married to Bemba men, to Kaonde men.